Hello, today I'm going to show you Traveler by Mraz. It's quite an easy song, however there are some tricky things like muting strings with your fingers, which in most cases are pretty much a difficulty for beginners. So I wouldn't call this a beginner song, it's quite intermediate. So, first thing you want to do, place your index finger on the 3rd fret of the A string and your ring finger on the 5th fret of the B string. Then you slide them up both 2 frets. Oh. And what you want to do now is slide your first finger up 2 frets, and your middle finger goes to the 8th fret of the B string. Next chord we're gonna use is the same like this. I'm sorry. But you slide them both up 2 frets. Next chord is index finger on the 10th fret of the A string, and your your ring finger on the 12th fret of the B string. Then you go back with your index finger to the 9th on the A string, and you place your middle finger on the 10th on the high E. Next chord, index finger on the 5th fret of the A string and ring finger on the 7th fret of the B string. And another chord is your, this one. First finger on the 2nd fret of the A string and your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Now, what you want to remember during this song is that you often have to mute the D string with your index finger and the high E with your ring finger. So these two, D and E, shouldn't be heard. Okay, that's very important. Also, it's important that you sometimes have to slap your fingers against the strings, but that's not really necessary if you're not comfortable doing that. So let's get the strumming pattern down. It's basically the same every time. On the first fret, on the first chord I showed, you're just going down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, and then you mute the strings with your hand or your fingers. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down. I'm sorry. Then you mute the strings. Then you take the second chord and you you just, that's just a chord in between, so it's just, then you get, and you mute the strings again. Then you get to the third chord with your index finger on the on the 7th fret of the A string and your middle finger on the 8th fret of the B string. You go. Every time there's one chord in between, so this is like a important chord. That's every important chord is like. Then you have the middle the chord in between. That's just strummed one time, and then you have the end chord of little segment. Another middle chord, another important chord. So this is an. Now you get to this chord. Is another in between chord, and then you go back to this chord I showed just now. Then you go back to the 7th fret of the A string and 8th fret of the B string. So one last time. Also, one last thing. From now on, I'm going to post a lot of Jason Mraz guitar lessons because I know a lot of them, and I think that no one else wants to post them on YouTube, but I couldn't find them when I was wanting to learn them. So that's why now I know them, I'm gonna help you guys out. If you have any questions, just send me a message and I'll answer them, of course. Thanks.